Here I am at Croydon, visiting a tram stop. I should probably make a separate video agonising over what counts as a tale from the tube so I don't have to keep justifying myself whenever I'm not on the underground, but anyway. This is Ampere Way, opened in 2000. The name derives from the fact that there used to be a power station here, where the IKEA is now. Actually, there are other street names here that commemorate the power station, but the biggest memorial must surely be these chimneys. These were part of Croydon B. There was also a Croydon A and a third gas-fired power station, and a gasworks, and a whole lot of factories, but I am getting ahead of myself. The chimneys are a local landmark. I mean, they would be, look at the size of them. The rest of the power station has disappeared in favour of this IKEA store. IKEA did at one time want to demolish the chimneys as well, as they cost something in the order of £70,000 a year to maintain. That's a lot of meatballs. But they relented, and now the chimneys carry advertising for the furniture shop. There was a rumour that they planned to put a revolving restaurant up there, but that does appear to have been just a rumour. Speaking of advertising, this tram stop briefly had a different name. From 2006 to 2008 it was named IKEA Ampere Way in a sponsorship deal. I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of public transport bearing the name of a sponsor, and that's not just because of my irrational hatred of the Emirates airline. I don't know why, I'm fine with advertising on public transport. I guess I just feel like naming a station, in a sense naming a place, is a step too far. But anyway, that's one of my weird hang-ups. It's just called Ampere Way now, so that's fine. There were plenty of other industries around here, as I mentioned earlier. Aircraft manufacture was big business, partly thanks to the proximity of Croydon Airport. Trojan Cars had a factory here. Trojan are long gone now, but they were an economy car company that advertised with the slogan, "Can you afford to walk?", having calculated that the cost of running one of their cars for a year was less than the cost of shoe leather. They went on to build scooters, bubble cars, and vans, and in fact, one of their vans is what Trojan Records is named after, but I digress. There was also a Tizer factory here. For the benefit of my viewers outside the UK, Tizer is a bright red soft drink of indeterminate fruity flavour. It's a kind of low-level British icon. And now I've made myself thirsty. Industry went into decline in the 60s and 70s. During the 80s and 90s, the old factories began to be replaced by giant retailers, and now the area is famous, some would say notorious, as the Valley Park Retail and Leisure Complex. Between the decline of Croydon's industry and the rise of its retailers, Croydon B gained a new claim to fame. The power station closed in 1984 and lay abandoned until 1991, which made it ideal for Terry Gilliam to film parts of Brazil here in 1985. The Ministry of Information's exterior was here, and the memorable scene in which Jonathan Pryce is tortured by that lovely Michael Palin was shot in one of the cooling towers. And now this site of horror and torment is an IKEA. Funny that. Hello all, I hope you enjoyed this big box episode of Tales from the Tube. If you did, please do feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more, then there's a subscribe button right there. Are there any other filming locations in London that you're curious about? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you very soon for another Tale from the Tube.